Okay, let's talk skincare and let's be real about it. I've seen you in the Sephora standing in line. I've seen you on TikTok and Instagram being influenced about these $300 and $400 and $500 serums. Are they really worth it? Hi, I'm Dajah Barkley. I am a skincare enthusiast, aesthetic wellness nurse, wife, mother, and overall human being. And I'm here today to talk to you about, is luxury skincare worth it? I mean, in comparison, right, to drugstore, Sephora, which is like retail, and medical grade skincare. Are the things worth the things? Let's get into it. Let's start with your drugstore brands. There's your CeraVe, your La Roche-Posay, your Neutrogena, your Aveeno. I'm not here to knock the drugstore brands, right? They're usually amazing for beginners. They are usually fragrance-free, great for sensitive skin, and they have a lower concentration in your actives. So if you're looking for something to more so maintain your skin, drugstore brands are kind of the way to go. They're usually reasonably priced, easy accessible, and they keep the basics. Your cleansers, your moisturizers, your sunscreen. They'll help you be able to maintain your skin. If you're looking to transform your skin, they're not necessarily the right way to go, but at least get maintained and kind of keep on a steady track. It also, too, they're a really good opportunity to build your routine, build your regimen, and build your discipline before you're ready to make that initial investment into, the more, luxury or medical grade brands. Now, let's talk Sephora, aka your influencer brands. I'm talking about your Summer Fridays, your Glow Recipe, your Tatcha, your Drunk Elephant. Don't fight me, girls, don't fight me. These brands are typically pretty. They're aesthetically pleasing. They are very popular. The influencers have taken them to the heights. But realistically speaking, the concentration of the actives typically low. They typically have a very strong fragrance and or smell, and they don't always penetrate the skin barrier like we need them to be able to go deep into our pores. So sometimes you are paying for the aesthetic. You are paying for their name. You're paying for the popularity of it and not necessarily the quality of the product. Now, every now and then you could get some good products here and there, like your Polish Choice, or what's another one? I don't know if they're PCA in Sephora, but your PCAs and different things like that. But for the most part, you are paying for the aesthetic. They look beautiful in the vanity, but what are they really doing to your skin? Plus, many of these brands actually have a lot of essential oils and a lot of fragrances already in them. Every now and then you could get lucky and you can kind of find those one-ons and those ones that are really, really good. But if you start to hit a plateau eventually, that's when you know it's time to upgrade. But sometimes it can be fun to try. And hey, don't we all love a trend every now and then? Next, luxury skincare. And I'm talking Chanel, Dior Beauty, Prada Beauty, the La Mer, and those kind of Nordstrom and Saks and those brands there. The packaging is stunning. The texture, the experience, the free, little fragrance that come with them. Yes, we love them. But a lot of times you are truly paying for the experience. And I understand, right? The experience is the experience. And the exclusivity is also cool. But if you're looking to treat and you're looking to do the work, it's not always the right way to go. A lot of the ingredients include these exotic botanicals, right? They include these special extracts and things that are flown in from Germany and across the world, what gives you that experience, but they're not necessarily paying for the function as much as you may be paying for how it feels or how it smells. Here's the truth. Luxury brands are not always medically regulated. They give you an experience. You feel involved. You feel exclusive. You are indulging in the overall brand, right? But they don't always have enough power to push the needle to treat what you may need to be treated. They're not targeting hyperpigmentation. They're not always boosting collagen and doing the things that you need. Is it fun? Yes. Does it smell good? Does it feel good? Yes. But is it going to correct in terms of skincare? Maybe not. So it just depends on what is it you're looking for out of these products. Depends on whether or not luxury skincare brands are going to be for you. Next, medical grade. These are your Skin Better, your Elastins, your ZO, your Revision. These are the ones that have to be sold by licensed medical providers. Good thing about them, right? They're typically backed by science, clinical testing, and they've been proven to have these strong active ingredients that are actually going to treat and do the work for certain things. They're also typically designed to pair well with aesthetic treatments like microneedling and chemical peels, and even after your Botox and fillers. Now, does that always mean you need to spend $700 and $350,000 on a serum? No, but what I will say is if you have to spend the money on the serum, spend the money on the serum, because you know the active ingredients are actually going to work to do what you need it to do. Now, in my opinion, as an aesthetic wellness nurse, I believe in mixing the high, the low, and the fun, right? So yes, maybe I'll spend the money on the serums because for medical grade, because the serums I need to actually treat and do the work. Maybe I enjoy what Rihanna is doing with Fenty Beauty right now and Fenty Skin, and I'm able to indulge in like a nice body fragrance or a nice just overall cucumber mist serum from the Sephora, right? And then also too for my cleaners. If my cleansers are going to get me clean, I can use my CeraVe or I can use my Neutrogena to be able to do a nice blend of them all together. So it doesn't necessarily mean that one category trumps them all. What it means is you have to listen to your skin, do your research, and decide what's going to be the best for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. Here's the bottom line. Skincare does not have to be uber expensive, nor does it have to be complicated, but it must be intentional. If you're interested in starting your skincare journey, ask me some questions below. I got you. Let me know what y'all are using. Are you a luxury brand girl? Are you a Sephora girl? Are you a Target girl? Talk to me and follow me, like and subscribe, and join the skincare luxury health family.